I would love to welcome you once again to this wonderful meeting that we're going to have, and it's Toast of Celebration, which was started early this year. And now George is going to introduce a flag so we can do the pledges of allegiance.
All right, as we always do to start our meetings over here in the U.S., we start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if all of you will join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
and
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
and justice for all.
Take it away, Oscar.
Thank you. So with that, I have the privilege of introducing our Toastmaster of the day. And that is that right?
That's, guess what?
It's George.
His name is guess what?
It is.
It's George Hazard.
Right. Let me see. Alphonse, one of the things that we normally do is if we have any guests, we like to hear a little bit about you. Why don't you tell us within 30 seconds what brought you here and tell us a little bit about you.
Sorry about that. Okay, as you all might know my name is Alphonse Eboa. I'm from Cameroon, Africa, originally, but I live in Davenport right now.
Me too.
So I work at the Air Force Base in Tampa, and I'm also in the United States Army Reserve.
Yeah, very good. Well, welcome. I hope you like it. Have you been a Toastmaster before? Been to a Toastmaster meeting before?
Yes, I've been with the Vista Toastmaster in Orlando. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Very good.
We're better.
So you kind of know what we do.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's if we stay on the beaten path. So we'll find out in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, let's run through the roles and make sure that we have everybody here. So I'm your Toastmaster. The Energizer moment is brought to us by nobody? Okay, that's all right. The Toastmaster Minute, though, is going to be brought to us by Margaret Cankelon. Oscar will be speaker number 1. Sandy will be speaker number 2. Our esteemed timer is going to be Martha. Martha, why don't you explain to me primarily how you're going to do timing tonight?
I'm the timer today, and my role is take the time for the speakers and table topics participants and evaluators. The speeches is normal 5 to 7 minutes and receive the first card, no card, now it's no card, now it's the screen. The first screen, green screen at 5 minutes, the yellow 5.5, and the red at 6. For table topics is 1 to 2 minutes. Receive the green screen at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5, and the red at 2 minutes. For evaluators is 2 to 3 minutes, and receive the green screen at 2 minutes, the yellow at 2.5, and the red screen at 3 minutes.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you very much. And going down the list further, Tom, you're going to lead us in table topics, correct? All right. Nice. Now, evaluator number 1 is Jeffrey, and I don't think we can have him be evaluator number 1. So why don't we do you want to switch and have speaker number 2 go first? And then that way we'll give Jeffrey time to get on.
That sounds good.
He's pulling an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that all right with Sandy? You might not like that.
No, now Oscar comes right on time, right then and there. Okay, so we'll do that. Margaret, you're going to be evaluator number 2, as well as the general evaluator. And then we don't have an odd counter or a general evaluator. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's just
general evaluator. My goodness.
no, we don't have a grammarian or an odd counter. So let's set that aside. Let's have a quizzer for today because that's a fun portion. Who's gonna? Are you saying bye? Or are you gonna be here for a while, Francisco?
Yes. I'm sorry?
Can you be quizzer?
Can you?
No, I cannot. I have to leave right now. It's 5 to 7.
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand, not saying goodbye.
So sorry, man.
All right.
So sorry, ma'am. I will see you
Can
then.
I say something real quick before you leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody needs to congratulate you because you just got your distinguished Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sandy. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
All right, Francisco, thank you.
I will see you next week.
Okay.
Same time. Take
Okay,
care, guys.
same bat channel.
Bye-bye.
So let's do a quizzer. I'll tell you what, I'll be the quizzer in between, okay? At the end, I'm going to quiz you. So pay attention to these 2 speakers primarily and to those table topic answers. That's where the real answers are going to be found.
George,
Way down. Yes, ma'am.
Can I switch to, if I'm going to be evaluating Sandy and she's going to go first, can I be evaluator number 1? Because I've already printed out her evaluation form.
Oh, okay. And Oscar, is that okay, or?
I just figured we would just switch evaluators.
Yeah, okay, so Sandy will go first, or, yeah, however you want to do it.
I'll go first. I don't care.
Okay, and you're
I'm going to
evaluating.
beat him anyway, so it's a different.
You hear that, Oscar? Here's a challenge.
Yeah, that's fine. I like her beatings.
Okay.
That could be taken wrong.
So Alphonse, I don't know if you've done evaluation or Quizmaster before or had Quizmasters present. So we just have to answer questions. We all chime in all at the same time. If I ask the question, like in Oscar's speech, where was his grandmother born or something like that, and then we all try to come up with the right answer. So it means we all have to listen the whole time. Okay, so let's do this. You ready?
Ready.
All right. But to do this, we need a Toastmaster minute, don't we, Margaret? Why don't you give us
a Toastmaster minute?
Give us a Toastmaster minute. What's that?
Okay, Mr. Toastmaster, thank you. And fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I am going to talk about table topics. The table topic master position, to be specific. When you are the table topic master, you want to have 3 to 7 questions. Probably 7 is good because you may have extra time in the meeting and you may need them. And if you don't use them, you can always save them for the next time you're table topic master. And the first thing you do is to read the question or the topic and then call on somebody. It needs to be a surprise. And the people to call on are people that do not have a speaking role. Those are the ones you hit first. And then if you've got time, you can go to anybody. But we want everybody to have a chance to speak. And table topics is a great time to do that. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. And let me point out, I love you doing these Toastmaster minutes. I mean, that's what we should be doing. Thank you. I like it. All right, let's get our first speaker, who is going to be Sandy DePrimo, and she is all excited about giving this presentation. She's doing it on the pathways, and it's from level 5 from effective coaching, and it's high performance leadership. So it's a 5 to 7 for our beautiful timer over there. And the title of her speech is Explore, Immerse, and Inspire. Here's a little bit about that. The vision and theme for the conference 2021, which Sandy is working on, and she was voluntold, is that right?
Yeah.
She dug deep to find one that truly shared her passion for coaching and what she feels is what Celebration Toastmasters is around the world. Did I say that right? Yeah, it just fits with our club somehow. She's here to share her vision, and hopefully you'll agree. Explore, immerse, and inspire. Sandy DePrimo.
This year, I've been tasked with conference and education chair for 2021. The conference is a huge feat, and we had to reveal it at the Vegas day this couple weekends ago, or last weekend, I'm not sure, but it didn't go off the way I wanted it to. Was anyone there? No one was. Okay. Oh, Oscar was there. I know Oscar was there. He was sitting at my table. It didn't go off the way I wanted to because the speech was written pretty much for me, and it didn't reveal the theme that I wanted to get out. So I'm here today to share it with you. I dug deep for this one because I wanted something that celebrated Toastmasters instead of some big movie or a song or a game. I wanted something that celebrated Toastmasters. Within that theme, over the past year, there's been a lot of conversation in the world that just isn't changing. It's not getting any better. So I thought if we had a conference theme that would teach Toastmasters about different parts of the world, maybe we could explore different parts of the world. Explore and find something that we like and immerse ourselves in it. Once you immerse yourself in whatever area, topic, or culture you like, you can take that and you can inspire someone else to change the conversation in the world. Maybe make it a little happier, a little more tolerant, and less hatred. Hatred is a direct result of fear. And what does Toastmasters do? They help people to resolve the fear that they have of standing up in front of people. Maybe if that fear that the people have in the conversations of the world was a little more understandable, we might all just get along. I know that's a huge feat, and it sounds impossible, but it only takes one person to change another person's mind. With that thought, I came up with Voices Around the World. We have many voices among us. We have the voice of reason. We have the voice of dance. We have the voice of song. We have voices through body language. We have voices through sound. We have voices through song. And we have voices through speeches. To perfect that, maybe once in a while, we should step out of our comfort zone and learn something about someone else. And this is why this conference will be interactive. Dance, How about learning different dances around the world, different celebrations around the world? How about being part of a song or part of a speech? Or maybe teach something to someone else about your own culture, dress up in their costumes, have a lion parade in China. There's endless possibilities, but every little piece of that can teach us something. And that's what it's all about. It's all about learning how to get past the fear of each other, learning how to get past the hatred because you have fear, and learning how to talk to each other like adults. As we grow up, I heard a speech from Jeffrey down here about walls. As we grow up, we build walls. Well, look at the Berlin Wall. It divided people, but it came down. So we can maybe take these walls down. One person says one thing to another person from a different culture, they might understand each other a little better. And I think it's an important message to get out there, even if it doesn't go all the way around the world. It's a start. It's a start where we can possibly make a difference in someone's life. And we're Toastmasters, and that's what we all strive to do. So with that in mind, May 14th and 15th, 2021, we'll be having this awesome interactive conference where we can do that. And we can maybe make a difference in the world, and we can hopefully make some friends along the way that will take a message away from this conference and not be forgotten. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Okay, very good. And if all of you, and Martha, would you do me a favor? Set a timer for 1 minute, and all of you send Sandy a private chat. Give her some flowers, in other words. Say thank you for this and tell her why. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, we have a second speaker today, and we're ready. And Jeff, you are our second speaker's evaluator. Just want to make sure you didn't miss out on anything. Okay, good. All right, second speaker happens to be Oscar Karlstad. And he's working on his pathways presentation called Presentation Mastery. That's the pathway that he's on. And it's called Effective Body Language, Level 2. And for our timer, it's a 5 to 7 minute speech. It's called Zoom It Up. Oscar feels that unspoken language speaks louder than the world. No, I think he meant to say than the word. But this speech will explain his thoughts on the subject of movement and expression. Oscar Karlstad.
Thank you, George. What a wonderful introduction. I feel empowered. So today, I'm going to change your life. And we are now talking through Zoom. Now think about communication. There was a researcher, Albert Mehrabian, and I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but he said that communication was broken up in percentages of 7% was the spoken word, and then 38% was the voice, and more than half, 55%, was the body language. How you expressed yourself, how you use the screen. My purpose today is completely to transform your speaking through teaching you how to effectively use body language. I'm stepping back here. That's one of the keys. And so you have more of the screen to play with. As you can watch my hands open up. One of the keys is eye contact and being able to come closer and move away. But eye contact is critical to bring you connect with the audience. And then you've got to use that whole screen and make sure that the whole thing is filled. So when you're doing this, make sure you think about what you're trying to communicate. And there are so many ways to do it. Now, if I'm thinking about something like emotions, you'd have to communicate and think about what those are. Say you have the emotion of anger. How are you going to communicate anger? And you think about that person that's way back there and can't really see you or hear you, but maybe you can see enough that you show that anger and you get that in. What is that anger? And then what about happiness and joy? You know, raising your hands up and smiling and expressing. Always think of a smile and a happy expression, how that's going to connect you with the audience. So keep that in mind. And what about sadness? What does that look like to somebody as you dip your head down and get sad? Now, in order for you to experience this and grow, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to go ahead and express yourself. But before we do that, I would like to go through a scenario so that you could see how I would express it. And I was thinking about something that happened to my grandparents years ago during World War II, when they were sitting at home, and my grandfather, he got a call. He happened to be working involved in espionage. So they had a system within that underground where they would call and have code. And he got a call and he picked up the phone. He answered the phone and they said, "Mannheim is coming to dinner." Well, what that meant was he'd been discovered and uncovered and he needed to get out of the country. But how would you express that as he picked up the phone and he has that frightened look? "Family, we got to get out of here. We have to move quick. Come on, let's go." And he's running out, grabbing his family, grabbing what he can, moving out of the house. And everybody's scurrying together. You have to think of acting and how you'd express that and how you'd express that fear and opening the door and running out and telling people to come on, you could do it. We could get out of here. So think about that when you're making a speech and telling a story. Now, I do want to do it so that everybody has a chance to express this. So let me have George give an emotion to Margaret to express. And then we'll move around the room. You're muted, George. Or
I know, I can't find the mute button. Now, to my wife, that would be easy. Can I do it for my wife right over here? To my wife, Margaret.
Okay. Margaret expresses emotion that he's trying to get you to express.
Right now?
Yeah, sure, right now. Let's get involved.
He's trying to tell me that he's intelligent and confident and kind of handsome and, you know, a little bit on the silly side, but not too much.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah. Now let's have Thomas express some emotion and Jeff see if he can uncover what it is. Okay, Jeff, what do you think he's trying to express?
I would say I only got a brief video of it because I had to scroll over to see his video because he was still on mute. But I'm guessing he was thinking of something, that he was very curious. He probably was listening to your speech and probably like, you know, I wonder where he's going with this. What about body language I can do to better my speech, you know, and, you know, talk to people. So I'm guessing he's curious.
Well, good. Well, great. Just to keep all of that in mind when you're communicating and just see how you can even communicate without words. Just to sum it up, make sure you keep eye contact. Use the screen as much as you can. Stand up if you can. And make constant eye contact so that you connect with the audience and have fun and be an actor. With that, add that to your next speech. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
Thank you, Oscar. And we need a timers report from the beautiful Martha Hazard. Here she comes. She's appearing on screen now.
Okay. Sandy, 5 minutes, 13 seconds. Oscar, 7 minutes, 28 seconds.
That's because of your street.
Yes, with the exercise.
With the timer.
Oh, you knew you had to cut then and there.
That's right.
I hope you like that screen. We did find a flaw in it because if you go 30 seconds beyond the 30 seconds, it just goes blank because really it's a video and the video ends. So you gotta be done. So if you see no timer screen there, you know that you went too far, way too far. Okay, it is time for table topics and Tom is gonna lead us in that. Thomas, take it away.
Thank you, George. With everything going on these days, a lot of concern is about COVID and the attitude of people. I like the phrase that every day is a holiday. We should be celebrating something. And every day does have multiple holidays. In fact, there's a variety of different holidays that we're celebrating today. So what we've got is quite a variety, and I'll go into the description of the day in a moment. Basically, it's going to be in 3 categories. We have fashion, we have food, we have technology, and we have health. 4 categories. So when I call upon somebody, I will introduce what the day is in that category, and you're going to tell me what that means to you, or if it brings up a certain memory to you, certain feeling. If we bring about food, maybe it may not be the particular item, but you can start talking about your favorite food. So with that, I would like to go ahead and start with Sandy and ask Sandy what category she would prefer: fashion, health, food, or technology.
Food.
Food, okay. So today is actually National Double Cheeseburger Day. I would like to know what you feel about the National Double Cheeseburger Day.
I don't have a problem with National Double Cheeseburger today, as long as it's on the grill, because I don't want it from McDonald's or Burger King or any place like that, because ew. But it has to be a real burger And I love cheese on my burger, so I'll eat double cheeseburger. And I know George is over there, and in honor of him, I would eliminate the bread. So that's what I would do. I would embrace it and eat it and have a wonderful day with ketchup and relish. And that's what I would do. Hail to National Double Cheeseburger Day.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sandy. George, for yourself, again, technology, food, fashion, or health?
All right, fashion.
Okay. Well, actually, today is Make a Hat Day. It's also National Felt Hat Day. Can you give a good story about your favorite type of hat, if you have one, or something you've created?
Yeah, I think so. A long time ago, back in the 80s. I know some of you weren't even born then, or possibly not. But back in the 80s, 1980 to 86, I worked in Montana. And Montana was a Western state, truly a Western state with big ranches. And I took to wearing cowboy clothing as well as a big Stetson hat everywhere I went. You know, when I drive in the car, I'm wearing my Stetson. I mean, it's a great big, not a 10-gallon hat, but it was pretty big. Nice gray color. And finally, I thought, man, this is really wide. The brim on this thing is all the way around. It's like I'm wearing an umbrella. And so I ended up taking it back to a hat shop and I had them cut off about an inch all the way around to just bring it in so I quit hitting my head all over the place. So I really thought my hat, my Western hat, and you know what? Still today, I have a Western hat ready to go.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, George. Oops. Okay. Excellent. And next, Miss Margaret, would you prefer fashion, food, or technology, or health?
I'll take health.
Health. Okay. Today is actually National Caregivers Day. What does that mean to you? What is the importance of National Caregivers Day to you?
National Caregivers Day is very important. You know, there's a lot of people that can't take care of themselves. And it could be a family member that's helping them out, or it could be a nurse or a health aide helping them out. But, and you can need a caregiver at any age in life. Of course, a baby always has a caregiver all the time. But caregiving can be very difficult, and so giving caregivers a day to celebrate them, I think it's a wonderful idea. And maybe more people will hear about caregivers and their stories and become a caregiver themselves. Mr. Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much. Alphonse, would you like to take a try?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir. So again, you have the options: technology, health, food, or fashion. What would you prefer?
Technology.
Excellent. So today is actually National IT Professionals Day. Can you give a good example of maybe when you used an IT professional or something that they were able to help troubleshoot with?
Oh, coming from a background where technology is not really important, or technology is not really advanced, and coming over to the United States where technology is everywhere, and happen to be using technology every day. Technology has really helped improve the standard of living of every individual, because with technology, we can easily carry out our day-to-day activities. We can make our life more easier, and in the IT environment, technology has really helped. Technology has really helped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You know, it's a question, and if you don't have it all the time, I totally appreciate the effort. At least, thank you so much.
Okay.
Speaking of effort, Oscar, what would you prefer to talk about, sir?
You know what? I'm going to let you pick.
All right. Well, let's go with fashion.
Okay.
And today is actually World Afro Day. And I would like you to talk to me about an afro or an important hairstyle or something that would be fashionable headwise.
Wow. Yeah, as far as afros, I don't, I've never really experienced that. I had I was crossing the line where I kind of experienced it because we celebrated the Jamaican national holiday. And so we had an event over at Coronado where I work. And, our general manager was from Jamaica. So he said, I'm going to give you an experience so that you know what it's like to be a Rastafarian. I thought, wow, that's different. And I thought, wow. So he got me the whole outfit. There's like little black shorts, a red T-shirt, and the dreadlocks. So, so here he was doing his presentation on that, and he had asked me, he said, in the meeting, when it's all happening, I want you to come out and be a Rastafarian so I can show that to the group. Well, there I was. And unfortunately, I didn't have the Velcro, but underneath I had all the clothes, and off came the shirt, and off came the pants, and I had the black shorts and the red shirt, and I whipped on the dreadlocks. And wow, in that moment, I felt it. I felt what it was like to be a Rastafarian, and I got in touch with that moment. And then I had to come back to being myself. But I was there for that brief moment.
You're muted, Thomas.
I do apologize. Thank you. I think we have time for one more. Jeffrey, what would you like to talk about today, sir?
Let's go back to food.
Food. So in addition to being National Double Cheeseburger Day, it is also National Linguine Day. Tell me about your favorite type of ethnic food or special dish that you would consider as a comfort.
I grew up basically my favorite dish, my favorite food is actually the food I grew up on, Haitian food. I have two beautiful, wonderful Haitian parents. Though not together, they both were great cooks. I still eat my mother's food to this day. And my father was a great cook as well. Now, Haitian food, you can consider it Caribbean food. It tastes a lot similar to Hispanic food and Jamaican food. But I love the diversity in Haitian food, the diversity in their meats, the way they cook their rice and their beans, their side dishes, from the potato salads to the mac and cheese to the different types of foods. And then they're health conscious as well. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes they're health conscious with the type of food that they serve. I contribute a lot of my size to the food that they've served me throughout my life. I'm a pretty big guy, but Haitian food has to be my favorite, hands down. I never got tired of it. I've been born into it, raised, still didn't get tired of it, never will. I love it. My wife, actually, she's not Haitian. She loves it so much that she learned how to cook it herself. And she serves it well, she cooks it well. Not as good as my mother, but you know, she does her thing. But I'd say Haitian food is my favorite. I love it so much. I love the diversity, and I love the spices behind it as well.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I've actually had the ability to have Haitian food a couple times, and I would agree. It's similar to Spanish food. It's similar to some of the Caribbean food, but it definitely has a flavor to its own. And I just wish I could get it more myself, but that's on a personal note. And I think we've gotten everybody covered today. So back to you, Toastmaster.
Right here. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Now we move into the evaluation portion of our meeting. And who's the very best general event? Oh, wait. I need to ask that beautiful lady again. There she is, appearing on our screen. Martha, would you give us the timers report for the table topics?
Table topics. Sandy, 39 seconds. George, 1 minute, 8 seconds. Margaret, 1 minute, 12 seconds. Alphonse, 1 minute, 8 seconds. Oscar, 1 minute, 42 seconds. Jeffrey, 1 minute, 42 seconds.
Very good. Thank you, Martha. Okay, now here's part of my quiz. Who's the best evaluator ever? Let's hear it for Margaret Cagalon.
You're muted, Margaret.
I don't know about that, George, but anyway, I appreciate it. General evaluator. Before I do that, I have to call up the evaluators, and the first evaluator happens to be evaluating Sandy's speech. And that person is Margaret Cankalon. Welcome to the lecture, Margaret. Okay. Sandy, I am so excited. The district conference I always dislike their themes because I don't know, they're so goofy, and to me, I'm going to a conference. Sure, I'm going to have some fun, but that's not my main reason to go to a conference. It's to learn something and improve myself. So the voices around the world, I think that's a wonderful conference topic. And the explore, immerse, inspire is terrific. You gave your reason for choosing that theme, and it went right along with why I like the reason you chose it. Different voices, song, dance, celebration, all those things you can wrap into a conference and make it fun. The one thing that probably, I can't decide on eye contact. You looked like you were looking at all of us, but you never looked at the camera, I don't think. And I am told that that is the best way to do it. So maybe you should try that next time, just to see. And the speech itself, did I get a red sign? Oh my gosh. It was very
1 minute more, 1 minute more.
And I am excited about conference. Mr. No, Madam General Evaluator. Okay. I'm so silly today. Oh, our second evaluator is Jeffrey. Jeffrey's going to be evaluating Oscar's performance. Take it away, Jeffrey, after you unmute yourself.
I am here and unmuted. Thank you. Oscar, man. I love the way you began your speech because you certainly changed my life today. Honestly, one of my issues that I have performing speeches is using my body language to capture the crowd, especially through this little itty bitty camera on my phone. I love your explanation. You were clear and concise, and your introduction was very well. Then you veered off into a story and use use an example of your body language within that story of how the soldier went and grabbed and then picked up everybody and they were running and running. They were uncovered and he felt surprised. I loved it. I loved the way how you structured the camera to show us different ways we can use our body language through these cameras on Zoom. I love that you veered into the story from the introduction, and then after that, you topped it off. It was great. I loved it. Like I said, I learned so much from this speech because that is one of my main issues is having that body language to communicate to people. And that the percentage that you pulled up, the 7%, 35%, I believe, or 38%. But the majority of a person's speech is determined by their body language. And sometimes when I go to live performances and I go see live performers performing, like singing or songwriters or anybody, everybody, the whole crowd reacts to that performer's body language more than the song that they're listening to and their voices. And I see when the crowd, when the performer says, "Put your hands up," everybody puts their hands up when that performer puts their hands up. And that shows how powerful body language is, no matter what a person is saying or what a person is singing. And you basically were very clear when it came up to that. And that really totally shut everything down. I loved it, Oscar. And you had a little laugh at the end that made me laugh as well. And I loved it, man. You did great. And then I learned a lot from it. And I'm going to use it in my speeches. And I hope everyone use it as well in their speeches as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. You're muted.
I keep forgetting that I am general evaluator. I knew I was an evaluator, but Okay. Next, we need a timer's report for those evaluations. Miss Martha.
Okay, and I apologize for my confusion and put the table topics for Margaret, no evaluation. But you're on time, Margaret. Margaret, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. And Jeffrey, 2 minutes, 18 seconds.
Thank you, Martha. And I don't think we had an eye counter or a grammarian. That's terrible. But I didn't.
But you do have a quizzer.
Right. I didn't hear any ahs or ums except for me just then. The quiz master is going to make us crazy. Mr. George, go for it.
Thank you, Margaret. Okay, I've come up with maybe 6 or 7 questions. Everyone should unmute at this point and just throw it out an answer, because while we like to think we're perfect, sometimes we forget what the real answer is. So we're going to help each other. Okay, my very first question is, Margaret had suggested, when you're the table topic master, how many questions should you have ready? Margaret,
About
be
7.
quiet.
About 7.
Yes, 3 to 7.
3 to 7.
All right. I have 2 Sandy questions. Sandy's theme, I hope I get this right. Let's say, what was Sandy's speech title of her speech? Sandy said it, I said it.
Inspire.
Ooh, 1/3 correct?
Explore, immerse, inspire.
Yes, yes, very good. Okay.
You get the t-shirt.
But here's an important one, especially for Sandy. She's got this date etched in her memory already. When is the next conference that she's in charge of?
May 14th and 15th.
May 20th.
May 14th, 15th. Very good, Tom. All right. Hey, I wore this cowboy hat in what state?
Wyoming.
Montana.
Oh.
Very good. Now, I did have one in Wyoming, too. All right. Oscar, you said you worked at a resort. Does anybody remember what that resort was he just mentioned?
Coronado?
Yes. And what did he dress up as?
Something with dreads and shorts. That's what I remember.
What was it called?
Rastafarian.
Yes, a Rastafarian. Yes. Very good. And let's see. When a performer does something on stage, what does everybody else do according to Jeffrey?
They do the same thing.
Which was? Tom just gave it. Tom just gave it. Very good. And now Martha threw up a stop sign on Margaret, but did Margaret qualify on her evaluation?
Yes.
Yes. 2 minutes, what, 18 seconds, I think it was.
2 minutes, 25.
Yeah, 25. You're good, Margaret. And you qualified for a table topic if you were doing that too. I'll give it back to you, Margaret.
Okay, thank you, George. This meeting has been a lot of fun. I just wish we had more people coming to our meetings, and I don't know how to do that. Has anybody got any ideas how we can get more of our members involved in this?
Well, George and I have a great plan, but we're going to need all of your help. Okay. We're partnering, we're calling it sister clubs, the 4 clubs, the 2 on Disney and the 2 off, the 100 Streak, Toastmasters Celebration, World and Celebration Speakeasy. And we're going to use the social media platforms, right? We're talking about Instagram, Facebook. We are learning, and hopefully somebody like Thomas might know more than we do. But George has already created flyers that show the different links. He's getting them out there. We're trying to learn how to get the word out. But we'll have 4 options for people to join us. And hopefully we'll pick up people that way. And that should make it a lot better. And we're kind of theming that it's Disney, for those Disney clubs, but that hopefully will draw in certain people as well. So
maybe even on this club, we could have some running theme of Disney, since I see 1, 2, 3 cast members right here, right now.
Right, and it is Celebration, which is part of Disney at one time.
You might also want to get a hold of Magical because they're going to try to save their club, I think.
That would be excellent. We can make it 5 clubs.
Yeah, let's do it. So that's one start.
You might help them out.
I would say one thing we could probably do too is, speaking of social media, we all have it. How many of us are actively broadcasting the meetings that we're going to? How many of us are saying, hey, on Tuesday night, I'm going to speak Toast to Celebration. On Wednesday mornings, I'm doing, the World Disney one. How many of us are actually doing that on a constant basis? I think maybe by us getting out there, putting it out more often, letting our friends, our families know, hey, this is what I'm doing on these nights, these times, maybe that could help bring other people in, because they'd be like, oh, what's that Toastmasters? Maybe that might be the introduction that they need to help bring in more people.
I like that, Thomas. Instead of after the fact, you do it before the fact. So that way they have the opportunity to come and see you do what you said you were going to do. That's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe even themed meetings like around health or something, and then people might be interested in health to come, or finances, or some topic, or Disney. That might have a big draw. We theme a meeting around Disney.
I'm also going to be launching a Facebook page for the conference so we can tag the different clubs.
Good. Well, let's start. And we're still got that game going, right, where we get a lamp?
Yes, I have it right here, but you're not winning. So Alphonse, the one that brings the most guests in the Smedley contest period wins this nice lamp. But Oscar,
well, here, Wendy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a guest. Does that count? No. Oh, she's just coming in to get something.
Well, anyway, we have until the end of the month. The person that brings in the most guests during that time frame wins this.
Oh, okay. Well, she turned on the lamp.
But I gotta say that he didn't. I got him through Toastmasters International.
Who? What?
Alphonse.
Oh, Alphonse.
Good job.
Yes.
Oh, so she qualifies.
No, that's cheating. Well, Alphonse, we are delighted you're here. And I know Margaret is the president of the club, and I'm going to turn it over to her, or if it's not already in your possession, why don't you wrap us up, Margaret?
Okay, George. Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess, what do I say? You want me to do that already?
No, you got it. I want you to interview Alphonse. Make sure he's coming back next time.
That's right. So what did you think of our meeting, Alphonse? I know you're Toastmaster Club shopping.
Yeah, actually, I'm so satisfied with the opportunity Thomas gave me to speak. I mean, I have a lot of challenges speaking in public. One of them is when I see people in a crowd, I just get off. Like, I don't even know what to say. I just mute. Then my body language too. So I'm really here I'm looking for help. I really need help with that. And I believe I'm in the right place. And hopefully next week I'll be back.
Good.
We'd love to have you back.
Yeah.
And we also mentor, like, outside the club time. You know, like at a lunch break, or if what's convenient for you. Sandy and I and George, we've found times, and some people get stuck and they could present their speech to 2 or 3 of us, and it helps them move forward. So that's something we offer too.
Yeah, I'll definitely get in touch with one of you guys.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you for coming, Alphonse.
Thank you all. Thank you. And
you better be back.
Yeah, we're.
And we've got to set up for next week. did anybody sign up for anything?
I did. I did.
George did
I
very
signed
good.
up to speak next week.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. It's called Where Do You Live?
Where do I live?
Uh-huh. That's the name of my speech. Where do you live? Now you got to come next week. Alphonse, you got to come just find out what that's all about.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, we're the tried and true steady group here. I don't know. I'd really like to get some of our regular members back.
Is Miriam missing for a reason tonight? Let me just ask about her.
Yeah, I think she had a conflict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could all agree to either write or call somebody who didn't show, just somebody you'd remember, right? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody
Okay.
you know that.
Yeah, just wish them well and say we missed them, right?
And don't forget about the lamp. We've got to get more people coming.
Okay.
So somebody
That's right.
burn that lamp.
Yes. And I'm not eligible, so.
No, and look at my lighting is poor now.
Yeah, so
I need that
and
lamp.
when the sun goes down, you're in trouble.
I am in trouble.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Well,
you.
if anybody wants to hang out and say something else, but the meeting is adjourned.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, Alphonse, what is your first language?
I do speak French and English.
Okay, okay.
But Jeff speaks French too, right? Je peux parler français, moi aussi. J'habite en Suisse.
Oui, comment ça va? Ça va bien?
See? There's a lot of French here.
Alphonse, in our other club, we have a fellow that came from, where'd he come? Libya or?
No, was it Algeria?
Algeria.
They speak French in Algeria.
And he speaks
Yeah,
French.
yeah.
He went to school in France. So, so English is his second language.
Okay.
Well,
Alphonse, I'd like to say something too, that one of the great things about Toastmasters is that it's always supportive. We're always going to be there. We don't try to, yell at you for what you did wrong. We try to say, here's what can be improved. Here's how we can help. Here's what I would do. And I really like to stress that we don't try to use any harsh tones or underlines or anything. It's more about helping you become a better person, become a better speaker, and everything else. And as you've seen tonight, we all support each other. We're all here for each other because we all want each other to succeed. And, I really think that this is going to be a good club for you.
Yeah. What we experience is what you give away, you get. So like I told you about the mentoring, I've had such wonderful experience with that, when we talk one-on-one with somebody who, needs a little help moving along or explain pathways, which is the computer that we, the app that we use or program that we use. So then it keeps them moving. But it is so exciting to see people to improve their lives and get over their fears and everything. Doors start to open. But your success will be our success. I mean, we get such joy out of people succeeding. And you were saying you got stuck or you got trapped. Well, that's what these like impromptu table topics are for, to help you just get used to speaking. So, we really think the benefit will be immense for you, but also for us, because we'll get tremendous joy out of seeing your success.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, we love seeing you do better.
Yeah.
I know you said you go blank when you get on the stage.
yes.
What I told Jeffrey, the hardest part is that first step on the stage. It's the anticipation. Once you get out there, you're fine. It's that first step.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it here. You don't even have to worry about that first step here.
Okay.
We don't judge you because your speech didn't go well.
Okay.
We'll take care of you and help you improve it so you feel better standing up there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And if you'd like to join right away, I mean, so you know, you don't have to join. You could be a visitor for as long as you need to be, but it's $45 for 6 months and then you get all the materials and you start to move it along and everything's explained. It's Toastmasters. It's a nonprofit, of course, so it's not like about making a huge profit, but that's the cost of actually getting access to everything and becoming a member. Of course, we would love you to be a member because that's what keeps our club alive. We have to at least have a certain number of members, and we had 27, but you don't see 27, but they don't always show, but that's how many members we've had of this club.
That's right. That's
We're
right.
new. We've only been in business since February in this club.
So do you guys have like a WhatsApp group, or how do I get in touch with?
If I get hold of your email address, which Margaret can supply me, I will just make sure that you're on the mailing list so you get the invites.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I can speak next week if y'all need another speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay. You're already getting signed up. You don't get to join.
Okay. Oh, do we need evaluators?
Yep.
Yeah,
we
what do we need?
everything.
Okay, why don't we fill the roles while we're here? I'm happy to be an evaluator.
Okay.
How about you, Thomas? What?
Yeah.
Whatever is needed. I'd be happy to be an evaluator. If we need something else, I can do that too.
Oh, Alphonse, do you want to try a role?
I don't mind. I'm here to learn.
Alphonse, did you see what I did tonight just with quizzing? Would you like to try that?
Yeah, I don't mind. But I'll probably need some help.
Yeah.
Okay. Quiz mass.
How'd you feel when you did the table topic? When you actually got to speak? I know you kind of touched on it a little bit, but how did you feel about that?
It was challenging, and I really like the fact that, I mean, I had the opportunity to show my weaknesses, because that is the problem right there. That is the problem. So, and you guys have identified it and accepted the fact that I'm here, like nobody's gonna yell at me. I'm at the right place. So it really gives me joy in my heart. I feel like I'm already a step ahead of my fears and my
And you did one of the harder things already. You had the opportunity to speak.
Right.
So after that first chance,
yeah,
it gets easier, you know. And I myself, definitely, the first couple speeches, I was very reluctant, and you know, but over time, over practice, it becomes more and more easy for you.
We let people fail forward. It's like fall on your face, we'll pick you up.
Margaret.
Don't worry.
I don't think she filled table topics. Would you
I
do
got
that?
table. I took it.
You took it.
Yes. I took it. I put myself in table topics.
I thought you
do
were,
we have a
I thought
theme?
you were my evaluator. No?
No? Did you want me to be?
Yeah, I sent you an email about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember?
Well, you know, I have the Margaret problem. I don't remember.
Hey,
Hey.
So then we need table topics.
Margaret, why didn't you do table topics?
yeah, I can do table topics.
And so I'm going to have to find people for like general evaluator and
What did you
preliminary.
assign me, Sandy? Did I become an evaluator, or what did you?
You're an evaluator.
Okay.
We need
As am I.
You're an evaluator. Well, no, you're not. You want to be the general evaluator?
I could be a general evaluator. I could be a because you got the one for George. So yeah, I could be a general evaluator.
Who's the Toastmaster?
I don't know yet. Hold on one second.
Tom, you make a good Toastmaster.
You want to be Toastmaster?
I can, if that's what is needed.
That's more
Jeff,
important.
have you had a
than
chance
GE.
to be a Toastmaster yet?
Who?
Jeff? Has Jeff had a chance to be a Toastmaster?
He's speaking. He's speaking.
Oh, he's speaking. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want to
he'll
make
get
sure
his
everybody has
chance.
an opportunity.
Trust
Right.
me, he's got me.
Thomas, if you can think of theme for the meeting real quick. I'll try to do my table topics around the theme.
Okay.
Tom's good at that. I mean, he's got a national what day next week?
I'm going to see what it is next week. Hold on.
Oscar, you want to do an Energizer moment?
Sure, I'd love to do an Energizer.
Let's see.
Would be the 22nd.
Timers,
Do we have a general
reports.
evaluator?
We
Not
don't.
yet.
That's
Well,
what your job is, Sandy.
I'm doing the evaluator.
Well, I did evaluator and general evaluator.
Yeah,
So you can do
yeah.
it too.
You want to be general evaluator?
Are we checking in? Will Marion be back? We could assign her to one of those spots, couldn't we?
Yeah, Miriam will. I think she will be back.
Yeah, let's just verify with her and bug around.
Do you want to be general evaluator, or you want me to wait and see if Miriam's coming back?
Well, I was general evaluator today.
Okay. You want to be a grammarian, or
Yeah, I could be a grammarian.
okay?
There's a couple good ones. Next week, it's National World Carefree Day.
But you made me table topics master too. Do you want me to do both?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
What else you got, Tom?
First day of fall.
Ooh, there's a good one.
National Ice Cream Cone Day.
Ooh, there's a good one.
National Centenarians Day.
Yeah, what's that about? Tell me.
International Day of Radiant Peace.
Whoosh.
Business Women's Day. Oh, Chainmail Day.
Chainmail.
National Girls Night In Day.
Huh?
Yeah. National Voters Registration Day. I like the first day of fall. That seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
appropriate.
perfect.
Yeah.
Do you
let's
know
do it.
David James? George,
I do. I do.
David.
you do? He just turned 100.
Did he really?
He sent me an email, and I'm like, ask because it's a 9/4/20.
Wow.
He's 100.
Wow.
September 4th.
Amazing. Oh, yeah, he's down out of Lakeland, isn't he?
He's in Bartow.
Bartow.
Yeah, around there, that end of town.
Okay. Okay, the theme is fall, and Margaret, you're going to make questions around fall.
Yes.
So we're at an advantage here, guys. If you think about fall questions that she might ask you, then it won't be such a stretch for us to say, oh yeah, I remember. I fell down last week. Or whatever we're going with.
Well,
Did you
too,
fall
now that we know what it's
Margaret?
about, we can post on Facebook. Hey, next
Yeah.
Tuesday we're doing National Fall Day. You know, having a fall themed meeting, and maybe
That's
that might
correct.
help bring some people in.
Who's your
Okay.
fall guy?
Yeah, and also announce the speakers, maybe, highlight their topic. That could be interesting to somebody, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited if we do the social media right. Who knows?
Yeah.
You get to connect with us.
Well,
They
let's
can
get
be the
after it.
full lineup.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're a speaker. Do you have a title?
Yes, it's called The Tragic Death of Yesterday.
Ooh.
Sounds serious. The tragic death of yesterday.
Yeah, it's motivational. Yeah, it's
And
motivational.
but it's humorous, you said? No?
Nah, not this time. Not this time. I got another humor, but it's not done yet. It's
Okay.
almost. Yeah, this one's hilarious too.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm the other one. Where do you live? That's the name of mine.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Where do you live? That sounds good. We should put those out on a flyer, and then
Well, I
people
can
like
easily-
this is
no, I
yeah,
can't
like
do that.
advertising the speakers, like they're like
Right.
some very, very prominent speakers. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
What
Come
was
here,
yours again,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, I
The
love it.
tragic what?
Hey, and maybe Jeffrey,
The
your
dragon-
friends on Facebook might join us for that club meeting, and mine on Facebook might join us on that meeting.
Yeah.
And
Can
Tom,
you
you're
make
an
a flyer?
administrator of that, the Facebook side, right? Tom?
What was yours again,
I think
Jeffrey?
I am,
The
yes. I'll
Tragic
double
Yeah.
check.
Tragic death of yesterday.
Okay, because I wrote the tragic fall of yesterday.
Well,
You
the
know-
tragic fall
Not-
yesterday
I'm-
turned into the tragic death.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to be the fall guy for that one.
Yeah.
But why don't we promote these speeches like they're really
Yeah.
great, fancy speeches,
Well,
right?
maybe they will be.
I think they will. You know, you have to fake it till you make it, right? So why don't we play like we're really big famous people? You
Okay.
never know who shows up.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yes.
Put the link
Yeah.
in the Facebook page, though.
The link to the agenda.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Are you
the-
saying not to, or?
No, we should.
To
shouldn't we?
make sure we do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. If somebody comes in that shouldn't be there, does something wrong, I can boot them out within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's see. Margaret, you shouldn't have said that.
Let's see what we can get.
Boom.
Well, we have to have some way to.
We do. We
let
got
you
to
know.
reach
We
out.
could have them, but see, then we'd be giving away your email or mine.
No, we just give away the link. If something goes wrong with it, we change it in the future. It's okay. I went to a Zoom meeting yesterday on security at the zoom.us.
Yeah.
And of course, they're saying don't put your Zoom link out there, but they're talking about companies trying to keep everybody within the company. But we're not. We're the ones that want visitors to come to
Right.
us and
Yeah,
see
if you're
us.
trying to have like an internal meeting, you don't want to have that broadcast so
Right,
that
right.
you
We're
know,
different.
competition or
We're
anybody would-
different. So I'm okay with putting it out there.
And we could also use our Toastmasters Facebook page for reference too.
Mhm.
You know, so we could put that as point of contact.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, great.
Okay, Alphonse, we're all expecting you next week.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
We
Come
look,
join
and
us, please.
bring friends, Alphonse. Bring friends.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
Bring-
5 or
bring
6.
several. You're in the running.
You could get a layup, but I'm going to fight you for it to the end.
All right, guys.
Thank
Excellent,
you
everybody. Have a
all.
good night.
Adios.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye, Sandy.
Bye.